Hello. Holy shit. Right when I was saying that, my flashlight died. I mean, my light bulb died. It went. I was like, what the fuck? Because it was happening like literally right when I hit play. So I don't have enough light there because my light bulb just died like literally right now. Okay, let's start talking. Uh, okay, so it's 5:44 p.m. At May 17th of 2018 on a Thursday. So it's super, super rainy and green outside. May, I think, is my I think it's my favorite month because it's just so green. Um, so, so yeah, it's been like a few days since I did my last video, and I just looked on YouTube, the last video I did, it said, like, Google Earthing Boulder photos. I thought I did a video since then. Yeah, because I'm kind of moved on since then. Yeah, living in Boulder, Google Earthing. Oh, it doesn't say Google Earthing. You have to click on it to be able to see the whole title. Yeah, Boulder photos. Yeah, so I've kind of finished Boulder photos. Maybe when I did the video, I thought I was going to finish that day. But then I moved on, and then I remember there are a couple more photos. There's like a couple of ditch. Oh, the guy emailed me back. I'll see what he says about the ditches. I didn't know exactly where some of those photos were taken, but so then I was going to do the photos of Boulder Canyon. I could have sworn I did talk about this already. But yeah, and I think there's only, because I made a folder of them, and I think there's only like 175 photos. You know, not including Caribou. That is like only mountain town that has its own folder, which is like 50 or something. But so it wasn't so bad. But I was thinking, you know what? Instead of just going ahead and doing that, I think I'd do a better job, and it'd be easier if I just make the do some Google Earthing first. So, because I looked at my, I did a review of my, I have 3 different giant KMZ files on my Google Earth at the same time. I have to keep them all 3 open at the same time because I'm cutting and pasting between of them. You know, I'm gathering between Italy and Boulder Canyon to put into my Google Earth and my BouldeRome. So that's just like a lot of stuff on there. And my Google Earth crashed like 10 times yesterday. So annoying. It crashes. I have to figure out ways for it to not crash. And then when it brings it up, it tries to bring me up something from 3 weeks ago, which if I save that without noticing, then I'm jacked back 3 weeks. Somehow it stores in some weird thing. But if I can't right-click paste, if I right-click paste, it crashes. I have to right-click, double-click to highlight it again, and then paste. And then I also can't. Oh yeah, I think that was the only thing. I thought there was something else. I'm pretty high right now. But yeah, so that's really easy to do. So you have to constantly remember. And so I had to redo, like, resizing Caribou 3 times because I literally couldn't get ahead, even though I'm trying to save after everyone. But so anyways, so what I decided is, yeah, I was going to build, I guess finish Boulder County, the Google of Boulder County, and then BouldeRome. And so, yeah, because I saw this map. I could have sworn I talked about this already. But it was all the mines, and I drew mines in. And then I found this website that had the actual GPS and names of all the mines. So I'll use them together, the map that I'm looking at and the website. But because the map shows how big they are and where they are. So I finished drawing Boulder Canyon, and that was interesting because there's 3 reservoirs I didn't know existed. There's one reservoir that has a town I didn't even know exists. When you look at it, you can't even imagine there was anything there, but it was on the map. So, and the map is from 1914, and my map of Boulder is 1915. So It's all for the same time. I think that's cool. Because the map of Boulder from 1915 is the most detailed. So I traced in the Switzerland Trail, the train in Boulder Canyon, and all of the different towns, and that I didn't have before. And then I built little areas around them as though they were on their little city-state. And then I went into my Italy folder, and I made sure that I had exactly 30 Italian towns in Latvia. And and then I made sure that Latium was sized, like made sure it was all good, and so I had my 30 Latium towns, and then I matched them with the 30 Boulder towns, and that's pretty much just what I finished now. It's taking forever. I think it crashed even today a couple of times, but I was hanging out with my mom, holding my mom earlier today, so I wasn't working all day on this, but so now what I'm going to do is, I think they're all lined up. So now, I'm going to build my own territory around each one of these mountain villages. And I guess do the same thing at the same time. In the Italian, I have to make sure to be freaking copying all of them all the time. Like now when I copy it, I can't just copy it. I have to now copy it and then copy the other one and find the folder to copy, then the third one, find the folder to copy. Because it's crashing all the time, you know. I would lose all three. So, build them. That's what I'm going to do today, like full force. You know, it's like a mini... It's like a mini America. You know, you look at America and you see 50 states there, or 48 states there. Boom. Well, and in ancient Latium, I only found this out today, but ancient like Italy, Latium, 30 was the magical number, and Greece, 12 was the magical number, 30. So they always like to have 30 city-states. Just like the Etruscans like to have 12 states, but so 30. It's kind of like 30 states within the country of Latium. But the trippy thing is that the country of Latium is the same country as Boulder County. You know, it's the same concept, only shrunk it. You know, like tiny house or something, little people, like little countries. And there's hundreds. The first two, I don't know how many. That's why I really want to figure this out. That's the next project. But the first 300 pages or something, 500 pages of 1,000 pages or something of Livy is about Livy when their whole world was the size of Boulder County. They're like, yeah, you know, the other country, those guys were building. It's like, yeah, that other country, those guys are. It's literally a little village, like 5 miles down the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Boulder County and I'm going to build the 30 states within the Boulder County. Just like when you look at America, you see 48 states. Then you can go into, it's like Power of 10. I want to make a little video about this later after I get it done. But you see America, 48 states. And then you go into Colorado and you have 50, whatever, 100 counties. And then you go into one of the counties, Boulder County, which is a perfect little rectangle. And so you're looking at it and you see 30 little states in there. And so, I'll do the same thing with Latium, and 30 little states in Latium. See, I'm making little twin countries. But the trippy thing, so I think that's trippy. And so when I looked on the Wikipedia of Latium, Wikipedia is getting really good with history. Like, they're starting to list everything now. They've got timelines for everything. They didn't have timeline for anything back in 2011. And they have, historical stuff about all this stuff. It's amazing. But Wikipedia said that that Theodore Mommsen, and I read the book. I don't remember when he said this. He must have, and I must have put it in my notes on my website. But Mommsen guessed the size of Latium You know, like the size of the Kingdom of Rome as being 1,860 square kilometers. Okay, well, the official size of Boulder County is 1,893 square kilometers. It's like 99% similarity. And but if you're going to chop away the tundra part and just consider Boulder County to be until tree line, then Boulder County is like 1,830. So Latium is about halfway between tree line and the Continental Divide, and that's Latium, according to Momsen. So my Latium was 1735 or something. So I haven't had a chance, but today I want to get in there and see if I can stretch my Latium out to match Momsen's Latium. And then I can make my Latium be just the same as Boulder County, which is like 99% similarity. And then you get 30. And so I haven't actually looked in Boulder County to see if like it was actually magically 30 in Boulder County too, you know, but it looks to be so, you know. The extraneous towns are just nobody towns or whatever. But I try to have the history to match up between the towns, and I did a really good job. Caribou is Alba Longa, and they have the same history. You know, Caribou used to be the capital of Boulder County, and then it got completely dismantled, and they all moved to Boulder. Same story with Alba Longa, same distance away. There's this place called Albion, which is like right at the top of, right at Timberline, right at the limit, right next to a lake, which is the lake that's right above the Timberline. There are a lot of lakes that start right at Timberline. And so I matched that with a place called Vitellia in Rome, which was right on the ridge of the mountains on the edge. Rome also has Latium, also is shaped the same way. You have the side with the ocean that's flat, and all the people come in, just like America. Eastern side flat, people come in. And then on the other side, it's the mountains, and they have a ring of mountains, and that you can see from Rome. And then when you're on the top of them, you can see Rome, just like with Boulder in the Front Range. And so they had a town that was right on the top. So that's the sister of that is Albion, but that town, like they were. But Albion, actually, when I Wikipedia, it's an ancient 5,000-year-old Native American deer corral, like structures that they made. It's amazing. Yeah, you should check it out. It's like the oldest archaeological city ever found in America or something, in Colorado, and it's right here. It's Albion. So yeah. What else? They're like I have a town here that disappeared. I think it was called Cracktels. And then so its sister town in Rome disappeared. There are a lot of towns in ancient Latium that just disappeared because they brought the people to Rome or moved them. And same thing with Boulder County. And so what I'm going to do right now is build the countries, you know, and see if the bubbles. I want to make it like America, where it's even sized. I want to look at Boulder County and see 30 evenly spaced little city states in there. And then do the same thing with Latium and try to make it and see if it looks the same. You know, the idea is eventually, because I'm making a folder where it has both of them, so you can compare them and you can do the 360s. And so that's my project. So hopefully I'll be done with that next few days. But as soon as I'm done with that, that's when I'm going to do the photos just of Boulder County, just like with Boulder. I guess, and then I can move on. But this is super exciting. I'm super excited right now because just to see what it looks like, what it's going to look like. And especially when you get really high, you know, you get into the world and you're like, the country, we're our country now, you know. And then look at Latium and start to do the same thing. So, but I have to remember, right click, double click, paste, not right click, paste, or it's crash. Okay, I'm gonna go. How long? Ooh, too many long time. Ooh, 14:20. Holy shit! Did you see that?